One of our favourite YouTubers, Mrwhosetheboss, has done a Dexerto, the 20 questions they've never been asked. So we're going to answer along if we can. We'll see. Here we go. Let's see what the questions are.
That's what I always do. My name is Mrwhosetheboss, and I'm about to answer 20 questions I've never been asked before.
Oh.
The most I've earned from
So they're in his setup. That's interesting.
a video.
I mean, his setup is
never
nuts.
talked about this before. Okay,
Ooh.
so our top 3, I bought every PlayStation ever, $200,000.
Damn. You know the worst? This is really frustrating, but also like not an issue at all. But I can't see my highest earning video because we're with like a network kind of thing. So we ended up changing network, which means all the old data is now gone. So I now see the earnings from when we changed. So any old video would have gone back to 0, but I would have still got it, but I can't see it. 200K though.
In ad revenue. I bought the smallest tech, $240,000, and then I bought the most futuristic tech, is $260,000. But the most I've spent is still more than that. I think
What?
the biggest iPhone cost us $300,000.
What? Are you taking a piss? Fair enough though. Invest in your content. Love that.
I know for sure what my dream collab is. Kitchen gadgets with Gordon Ramsay. Just can't get through to the guy. He's so busy. Gordon.
I mean, we've been trying to get him for a Sidemen video for a long time. Yeah. I mean, Mr. Beast. That's the only channel I've seen him on. But that sounds like a great video. That does sound like a great video.
Watching you. I basically just want to get called an idiot sandwich on video.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Favorite collaboration I've ever done? It's gotta be KSI.
Sick.
It was a good video. That was a very good video. I think the one with Tommy was also a really good video. He hasn't done... I don't think he's done that many collabs.
Because I remember
But they're
before
always
he
good.
came feeling really like kind of nervous and antsy and just wanting to make sure it went right. And I remember he rocked up. He had pretty much no idea what we were filming. And it was like the funniest video we've ever made. I think he's the most natural creator I've ever met.
Hear
And
it.
that laugh, the laugh, oh my God. You just can't. So I can delete anything from the internet. I'm going
Oh.
to say something that will sound absolutely ridiculous as a sentence coming out of a tech YouTuber's mouth. I would probably delete AI. AI scares me. I don't think it's good
I hear
for
it.
information clarity, brain
I hear that, you know. Like, 1, it scares me. And 2, the people who talk about it don't talk about anything else. You know what I mean? It's, yeah.
development, jobs. I don't think it's good for inequality.
Get rid
it's
of
not
it.
good for the planet. So all these companies, they try and sell you AI like it's some kind of miracle solution.
Don't
to
get me
all of-
wrong. I wouldn't get rid of it. It has its benefits. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to say that it doesn't have benefits. It's just, it is scary. But, yeah. Good and bad.
problems. But that's just not how these technologies ever play out in reality.
That's what I should have said. AI doesn't scare me. The people who talk about it passionately scare me. Yeah. Yeah, Randolph talking about it scares me. The AI doesn't scare me. Randolph talking about it scares me.
Now that the genie is out the bottle, you have to use it and adapt. Otherwise you drown. But we're talking about a hypothetical situation where I could like grab it and just stick it back in the bottle. Then I would do that. Silliest way I've
And that is also very true as well. You do need to, like, now it's about adapting. You know? I can sit and say, you know, nothing but, I mean,
myself.
it can help.
So I actually walked into a pole while wheeling around
Poco, thank you
the
for the
world's
19.
biggest iPhone in central London. It's actually why I have a plaster across my face for the entire video. Proudest moment of my career is probably scoring that goal at Wembley.
Yes! This is such a mad moment as well for him. Like, he gets to take the winning penalty in a sold-out Wembley.
Tech.
The ridiculous number of things that had to happen for that goal to happen. First of all, I had to be selected to play in the Sidemen charity match. Then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you have to be selected for that penalty.
Yeah.
And then it's just, I guess, scoring that penalty.
And it's
in a
hard
way,
to
it's
score
an
a penalty.
embodiment of everything I've done.
Will he take it?
It's a good
Great
pen as
finish.
well.
It's over.
It's a great pen.
From Mr. Who's the Boss.
It's a great pen. And you know what? The thing is, like, it's nice that the winning penalty was from someone that was so excited to play. Like, obviously, he did the whole transformation for it. He was so, like, he spoke about it so much. He did so much for the event and about the event that it was nice that he got to have it. Whereas someone else could have easily, you know, oh yeah, they turned up, they enjoyed it, it was an amazing day, but like, he really like embraced it.
I'm jealous of Simon Miniminter's football skills.
Yes! We gotta mention!
He's just like so effortless on the ball. It's silly. He's so good at football. He purposefully plays worse to make sure he's not overshadowing
I'm so
people.
angry this didn't go in.
There it is. Oh, wow.
The other one is Tommy Innit. We filmed a video with him recently.
Shall we look at some tech?
I remember just thinking, this guy is so effortlessly funny, which I guess makes sense. He's a stand-up comedian now.
Hi, everyone. Hi, you all right?
I'm gassed with that. Busky, thank you for the prime. Thing is, I'm not effortlessly good. I just don't put effort in. That's all it is. But I try. I do put effort in. I just can't run around much.
Turned down. Oh god. So this isn't the biggest offer I've turned down. This is the biggest offer that I was never able to make. So we got an offer a few years ago to cover a high-tech stadium being built in the US. It was $300,000. So I was like buzzing. And I've never told anyone this before, but packed my bags, flew to the US, and I got interviewed by Border Control. They said, you know, what are you here for? And they said,
So this is where this has come from.
come this way. So they took me to a back room, and they said in this back room, you can't take your phone out. So I had like all the people from the sponsor and stuff like that waiting for me at the pickup area, and I couldn't tell them that I'd been pulled into this room. Eventually, like probably a couple of hours had gone, it started to become really accusatory, and eventually they took me into a deeper room, and I was scared at this point. All the guards were armed. They took me into a cell, and
Bro, I feel scared just going through the normal like questioning part, not at the backroom bit and not the deeper backroom bit. So that is like, I've heard other people saying that they get dragged to the back rooms and they get questioned and stuff. It is terrifying.
they actually like took all my clothes off and like felt around in all sorts of ways, like very violating stuff, let's just say that. And then they let me kind of put my clothes back on, but they still didn't give me my phone. And I was stuck in this cell, no ability to contact anyone. Family had no idea where I was. I remember just feeling like inhuman. 26 hours passed before I got sent back home. I got deported, and they didn't even give me my phone till the flight had taken off.
Mad.
So that's when I was able to actually text my family. Yeah, sorry guys, it all fell apart. Every single time I go to the US now, I get taken to a second room, I get interviewed because this like black mark is next to my name. And I'm scared. I don't like it. And I don't.
That is insane. Yeah, that is fucked up. That's mental. Yeah, the whole thing of like getting your phone back on the flight. So he's about to take off and he's like, okay, by the way, they're all just like, where the hell has he been? That's insane. Did that happen to Ethan? No, Ethan's been questioned like heavily, but he didn't have that. The fact that this then just goes into like another question is like, and this is a light-hearted question, it seems really odd.
Enforceable rule I would add to YouTube is probably no AI channels. The one platform that I probably still go to for like that human connection, and I think the more that we start to see slop content on there, the less strong that association becomes. It's more important than ever to show people that you're a real person, and it's quite sad that we have to be able to do that. Will I still be making content at 80?
No.
80?
80's too old.
It'd be a pretty slow tech video.
Like, I could see myself still making content like 50, you know, like Golf Channel and stuff like that, but 80, no.
$1 denture versus $1,000 denture. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say at 80, I'd like to be in a digital detox cabin somewhere by the sea, very far away from most technology. The worst piece of advice I see creators get is post every day. It's such a thing that gets thrown around, but I actually think there is far, far too much content. And the more content there is, the more it actually matters to be in the top 1% of that content. So really, my advice would be you should make content regularly to develop the skill, but once you have the skill, you should be focusing on fewer, bigger, better. You've got to pierce through the noise.
See,
and to pierce through the noise now, you have to travel further.
I love him. I'm going to have to disagree with that. Because I do think, like, for example, my 2 channels, like, and this channel, I think work differently. And I think for my MM7 channel, for example, if I went, all right, I'm going to do less videos, but bigger videos, yeah, they might get a little extra, but, like, the point of the channel is, you know, to post a lot. My main channel, yeah, is a bigger video, and I don't know. I can see both sides. I can see fully make better videos and post less, but I see both sides. That's why I have it on both. Like, each channel's different. Because it's the same thing as what I always say of, like, I look at like a channel like Nico or Milana and a channel like MM7 Games, and I'm like, they end up doing about the same because he posts one insane video, whereas I post 50. Like, okay, like they're decent videos, but they're not like groundbreaking. They end up being the same, if you know what I mean.
Get rickrolled about once a day. I can tell you the worst time I've been rickrolled. There's a YouTuber called Glasses. He built an entire keyboard for me. And the entire purpose of the keyboard
I don't know if I've reacted.
Was to rickroll me. And he actually managed to get me to the point where I picked up the keyboard, I shook it around a little bit on camera, and then... Yes! I know exactly what game I'd want to play for the first time again. Elden Ring Night Rain. Elden Ring Night Rain is the most difficult, rewarding game I've ever played. Discovering slowly, bit by bit, how to actually play within this new world with new rules to eventually overcome these bosses. Very few things I've done in my life beat the character arc that kind of journey creates. If I had unlimited money...
Oh, this is interesting.
The video I'd probably make is... For literally 5 years, we've been trying to make this video happen, where it's I bought every mobile phone. Start with the very first phone, go up every 5 years, and show how the mobile phone has evolved over time. It's just, you know, kind of hard and kind of expensive to get those early ones. Should everybody watching like...
Fair. That is a ridiculous video. Surely that's like an hour-long video. I guess he would be able to edit it down.
Can subscribe to Dixerto. Yes. Something normies don't know about me. Ooh. I have ridiculous ball knowledge when it comes to animals and dinosaurs. And I can name every single one of the over 1,000 Pokemon.
Okay, Pokemon knowledge doesn't shock me about him, because when he did his house tour, there was Pokemon stuff around a lot.
Hardest video I've ever pulled off was I tested 140 years of cars. This is 140 years of luxury Mercedes cars. I was not ready for the amount of logistics required to get 140 years worth of cars that all had to be in a line, all had to be drivable and working at the same time. Like, just for perspective, just that one first car needed like 3 engineers constantly to hand. They had to like warm up the engines for a week before the shoot date, and then we had to kind of film this giant video completely out of my comfort zone.
They are bricking it as well.
Before one of them kicks up some sort of issue.
But sounds like it was worth it, you know?
Okay, if I had a 25th hour in my day, oh, this feels like a trap. I would say I'd probably spend it incline walking. Such a weird answer.
That is a really odd answer.
1 hour of incline walking, you lose fat, you sleep better, you stop snoring, and the self-reinforcing cycle that you could get from that hour of just looking after yourself, I think would be really beneficial to just life. That's incredible. So if I was trying...
Is that true? An extra hour of sleep? I feel like that's the most, like, correct but basic answer. I would probably choose that. You stop snoring if you do it that mad.
Transported 20
Yeah, I
years
haven't
into
watched the
future.
transformation video yet. I do need to watch that.
I would say the ability to travel places much faster. Optimistically, portals that can deconstruct you and reconstruct you, but realistically, faster planes. I just be weather maxing. So the minute it's like a gloomy day here, that's it, I'm off. A question for the next guest
Did he just say weather maxing? That is so funny. Question for the next guest.
is something that I always like to ask people, which is, what's the one thing you've changed in your life that has made the biggest difference to how successful you are and how happy you are? What's my favorite?
What's the biggest thing you... What? That is a deep question. In a bit, Tina. What's the one thing you change in your life that's had the biggest impact on your success? Holy cow. That is a mad question. One thing you changed in your life. Work ethic? God, I don't know. Yeah, actually, yeah. I would say moving in with the others. Moving in the house. That is true.
And how happy you are. What's my favorite thing viewers have ever sent me? I could tell you my least favorite. I remember getting a letter through the mail from someone who said, I found out where you live. I was playing GeoGuessr and it put me in your back garden and I recognized it. So that was nice.
That's
I
creepy.
guess my favorite thing I've received is kind of like one of the viewers themselves. So we made a video recently with a couple of kids who are here from Make-A-Wish. It was an amazing experience. It was like seeing the kids was amazing in itself, but it was the parents who came with them. They were so
That's nice.
emotional and so happy, like to the point of being teary, just seeing their kids get their wish granted like that. And I remember, like, they even sent this beautiful long email afterwards, just really spelling out just how much it meant to those kids. And I felt so lucky that I could, like, give that to them.
That was nice. It's a nice answer. I still need to do one of these, man. I still need to do one of these. Would you ever do Make-A-Wish? We've done a bunch. We've done a bunch as the Sidemen, and we continue to do so. Anyways, great video.